Hi everyone, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be opening another SCRYE magazine for you. This is a much later issue than I've featured before on my channel. This is from September 2001. It's number 8.6. The last one I did was I think November 98, so nearly 3 years before this one. So a lot might have changed in this magazine since then, so it'll be interesting to see. So I'll just take the plastic off. So this is like a flyer in the back. So it says you get a free Dork Tower comic. I've never heard of that. Let me know if you have. So free gifts. You also get a Mage Knight card, a sample card from the CCG game, not sure what that is, and a promo card from WWF Raw Deal Backlash. There's also an advert here for SCRYE book. I do have one of these SCRYE books, which is really useful because it lists literally every card game ever. So this is the comic. As I said, I'm not familiar with this title. I'm not sure if it was a big comic or not. This is the ZG card. I'm not sure what that is at all. So you'll have to let me know down below if you've heard of this game or not. So this is the Mage Knight card. It's some sort of zombie. It's got some foiling on there, all down the side. So yeah, I'm not sure what that is. And then we get a WWF Raw Deal card. I have heard this only because of what's in SCRYE magazines and things. So that's the other side. Is that the Rock on there? I'm not sure, it might be. But anyway, there's a Backlash promo card for the WWF game. Then we get the magazine itself. It's all about Harry Potter in this issue. Apparently he unlocks his new card game. So again, a very important issue of SCRYE. It announces Harry Potter, which I think it did okay for Wizards of the Coast. I don't think it was huge. I mean, I think it might have been huge at the time, but it didn't last, unlike things like Pokemon. Even with the popularity of like the books and the movie, the card game I don't think did as well. In my view, I mean it might be different, but I never collected it, so I don't know. So inside the magazine, let's see what we've got. So we've got an advert here for Magic. This must be the World Championships. The Raw Deal Backlash expansion. Then we get the contents. Things like Star Trek and Star Wars, they are still going at this point in time. They are coming to the end of their life cycle, especially first edition Star Trek and the Star Wars CCG. Then we get an advert for the Dragon Ball Z card game. Then we get a baseball card game advert and like an introduction to the magazine. More Magic. And see, there's lots of adverts in this magazine. It's page 10, we haven't got to any content yet. So then we get to I think this is the news page. It looks a little different to when I last saw it. But yeah, it's got some interesting things in it. So this is the ZG card game that the card comes free with. This says Precedent Babylon 5 license is not renewed, so this is the death of Babylon 5 CCG. So yeah, that's like a eulogy of the Babylon 5 CCG. Decipher released a new set for Jedi Knights. That's something I never got into because I was still buying the normal Star Wars CCG. What else? Star Wars Tatooine. That came out in May. I'm not sure about the date. Again, I wasn't hardcore collecting it at this point. But the Tatooine set did come out. Young Jedi Reflections. That comes out in July. And that was the end of the Star Wars Young Jedi line, I believe. Sailor Moon CCG. I can't remember. I think I had a bit of that. But apparently it won an award, which I didn't know about. Buffy the Vampire Slayer CCG, I collected that back in the day. This is the announcement of it, which is really nice to see. It's scheduled for winter 2001. And that's the back of the actual cards. And the first set is taken from the first 2 seasons of the show. So then we get another coming soon. Harry Potter's coming in August 2001. Then we get the top selling CCGs, so Magic at the top, Pokemon at number 2. So you can see from the announcement of Pokemon in my last video, it's grown to being one of the top CCGs. Star Wars is still in there at number 4, Star Trek is at number 6, still holding on. So we get top selling cards as well. Pokemon Charizard's number 5, that's still one of the most expensive cards ever. Top selling Star Wars cards, Darth Vader's at number 2, he's still in there. But apparently Qui-Gon Jinn's number 1, which I'm surprised about. Then we get another advert for the ZG game. We get tournament news, Mage Knight, Imagination. Then we get a announcement of the Borg expansion for the Star Trek CCG first edition, which is really nice to see. Scheduled for September. Again, I'm not sure about dates on that. Then we get another advert here. This is for a store maybe. Then we get like a preview of the Coruscant set for Star Wars CCG. This was one of the last sets. I can't remember which one was last, Coruscant or Theed Palace. I think it must have been Theed Palace. Just flip through this and we get the Harry Potter trading card game preview. So this was before the game came out. Of course this year that the movie came out, it's saying here it comes out in November. I'm not 100% if that's true, but I think it did. But Harry Potter was huge at this point in time. The books had been a blow-away success. Obviously the movies were being made, so they made a card game. It wasn't movie stills for the pictures, it was actual original artwork, which if it had been movie stills I would have probably bought it. Because I was always into card games that I could play, that I could reference back to like shows or films and see the pictures from the cards on the screen. I used to prefer those sort of games. And we get like, I think it's a deck for Magic. More Magic. It seems to have gone back towards Magic now. Back in the day it concentrated more on like Star Wars and stuff, but it looks like it's gone towards Magic again. There's some sort of dream card contest there. And we get a Dragon Ball Z deck. It was quite big at the time, not for very long. It's like some sort of comic. I've never seen that before in a SCRYE magazine. And it's starting to get into like miniature games as well now, not just card games in this magazine, because obviously the internet was around this sort of time now, so people could get their information online rather than the older days where print was the only way you got to know things. So then we get some Star Wars finally, so some decks here, a bit about Tatooine, the evolution of Star Wars CCG. It goes through some of the sets, what's good about them. I don't like that. Endor was an average expansion, I loved Endor. And it's dissing Jabba's Palace as well. I mean, yeah, it does get some bad rap because there's so many characters in it, but I liked it. It does announce Theed Palace down here, along with Coruscant. Doesn't go any further than that. I mean, that's because the license ran out then and nothing else happened after that, unfortunately. More Star Wars, which is nice to see. It looks like they split it up a little bit. It used to be all jumbled up together, but it looks like they've split Magic section, now we've got a Star Wars section. Bit Jedi Knights, I never bought. Then we get a Sailor Moon card game, Young Jedi, more deck lists. I mean, deck lists were good, for finding out strategies and things, but if you didn't have all the cards they needed, they were pretty useless. Some random card games now. Then we get some Pokemon, obviously. And we get a Neo 4 Darkness and the Light. This is like lists all the text on cards. If you didn't have it, you could have a look. So we've got Japanese cards as the pictures, because obviously I haven't got the English versions yet. Then we get the standard price guide. So we've still got Magic in here. Let's see what else we've got still hanging around. Next is Pokemon. Then we get the Star Wars CCG. Nice to see that's still hanging on in there. Still going up to Endor, Reflections. So it looks like it's got all the card releases in here. Tatooine, Jedi Knights, Young Jedi, Star Trek CCG. Still got all that in there. Babylon 5, still got that in there, that's useful. Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, then you get like the random ones at the end. Tournaments, stores, and like around it. And a Bionicle card game, I don't remember that. Do not remember that at all. And then just an advert on the back. So yeah, that's the issue of 8.6 from September 2001, announcing and previewing the Harry Potter card game. So let me know down below, did you ever play the Harry Potter game? I'm intrigued by it. I mean, I never collected it or read the rules or anything, so I don't know a lot about it. I've got a lot more of these magazines on the way. I found a seller selling them cheap in the UK. They're not sealed with the inserts, but the magazines are there, so it'd be nice just to see all the magazines. It'd be a shame there's not the inserts as well, but the sealed ones of these are getting extremely rare now. So I'm pretty happy just to have the magazines to look through. So there will be a lot more of these unboxing type opening reviews on my channel for this magazine, going through the years of releases, so stay tuned for those if you're interested in them, and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon, guys. Bye.